Alrighty, what is going on, guys, and welcome back to Raid Shadow Legends. I am doing these videos back to back to back. What's going on? I really enjoyed doing that Xavier video. That's like the first kind of raid video I've made that's not an account update or a shard opening. So, £60? What can we get for £60? Wow, yes. That's so worth it. My God. Oh, please don't forget. No way. Damn. But today I'd like to do a different kind of guide. And it's to do with Arena. So we all know that this is pretty important. It's really, really raining. Like, honestly, it's been raining all day. What time is it now? 10 past 3. It's been raining since at least 5:30 this morning. It's ridiculous. But Arena, pretty important part of the game. Obviously the PvP side of things, it's really important. So what I want to do today, not only do some Arena gameplay, but talk about what I'm looking for in enemy teams, what I think I can do, and show you some of the stuff I use. So I kind of use the same 3 champions on everything, and then kind of change the one in and out. So when I'm looking at teams, you know, my teams are not fantastic. And I am facing some... How am I supposed to beat that? Yeah, okay, nice one, game. So when I see a team like this, you know, we got 3 voids and a provoker. I'm probably gonna skip that one because I don't know much about. I think that's Chigor. I'm not sure. I don't know if he's any good. I'll probably outspeed him, but I can't be dealing with the Siphi, and there's a lot of stuff going on there. But when I look at a team like this, I'm seeing 3 Magic champions in a Wukong. He, for some reason, has Ronda in the lead. I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard you try. I see a team like this, I think, yeah, this is going to be a pretty easy win for me. Forgive my slow-ass load times. My little 1060s chugging along. That's what we're playing on. That's probably why the game looks so bad. Oh, we're getting windy now. Okay. So, this team is going to be very, very dependent on what you've got. Booster, my block debuff, so increase attack with a bit of turn meter. You can use Seeker a lot. Ridiculous. And I got Madame, she's going to debuff 2 things. I can revives. I could probably... Okay. I could probably just get rid of everything. And that's that. Simple as. That's what you want. That's the 4 rules of... It's so different now. It used to your speed boost into another... And then you did use Toon. Kong is for a lot of people that have played this. So be your buff strip and your buff remover. So you probably need a Haikatoon or a Seeker or a Doom Screech or who else? Boost Termite. That's relatively easy to get. Did I say Seeker? I think I did. Deacon Armstrong. No game. You didn't tempt me the first time. Thank you very much. So who do I have that I could show you? I have a Deacon somewhere. He might be in the vault. Let's show you Seeker. This is my Seeker. So he's not built anymore. He used to be. He's not anymore. But I would stick him personally. He's fully booked for some reason, and he also has a defense source. If you don't have anyone, if you don't have a Wukong, you can make him your lead. But we're filling the turn meter by 30%. Places increase attack and then an extra turn. The extra turn's not really important. The increase attack is though. So you have 30% increase, and then you get a 50% increase attack. So you want to use a nuke, and then like Kale or Gembo, or you know, someone that is dealing damage based on attack. Obviously, if they're defense based, it's pretty pointless, you know. Where's my Deacon gone? Is he not maxed, or is he in here? I'm so confused. Or am I blind? Helmet is a good one. Archmage Helmet. He's also a good speed lead. Where is my Deacon? Oh, he's there. Why are you there? Oh, I am just blind. Okay. Right, so he's also not completely maxed out yet. I've only just started re-gearing him for Tag Team Arena. So he's work in progress. But speed sets are really, really good. Farm the Dragon. They don't have to be immaculate, perfect 6-star rolls. Your Also, not really focusing on HP, really. Stats are pretty irrelevant, to be honest with you. I mean, mine's got 126% crit damage. Is he ever going to use that? No. Deacon is a bit of a different story, though, because he's a different kind of champion. He's your speed boost and your debuffer. So then you want to build him for accuracy. That's why mine has nearly 300 accuracy. But again, it's different. But if you weren't bothered about that, or you had someone like a Madame, so you don't need to worry about the defense. You could just use Deacon for the time compression ability and then just absolutely max out the speed. You want speed on everything. You want triple speed sets, speed substats. You know, there's no speed on that. No speed on that. No speed on that other than the actual shoes. Why am I using this? It's got 3% crit damage. Obviously, like I said, not maxed, so I'm using that for the accuracy. So I could really do with taking accuracy off of him and using perception, because I'm going to get the same benefits, but that's got speed on it. I could lift that up if I wanted to. Speed, and accuracy. That's pretty good. I'll show you Doom Screech quickly, but I don't have him built. He has awful artifacts on him. Don't look at the actual artifacts in the build. So, way back in the day, 174 speed used to be pretty good. Nowadays, not so much. And 50k HP, so he's very, very tanky. He's got really, really good base HP. But that goes off of this ability here. So, places a shield with 30% of his HP. But, you've got a 30% turn meter fill and an increased defense. So, instead of using a Seeker, you could use a Wukong lead with Doom Screech. So then you get in the Wukong, stripping the buffs, blocking buffs. And then you got Doom Screech, filling the turn meter, increased defense. So your champions are tankier. He's a really, really good champion. Like, really, really underrated. And then, you know, you could even use someone like a Bellower for the block buffs. Is it block buffs? Where is block buffs? Block active skills. That's what I meant. Thinking of Wukong still. Decrease attack and defense if you wanted to. Decrease speed, really good. There's loads and loads and loads of things you could use. You want people that give you increased speed. Doom Priest is another one for increased attack. So now my arena team's kind of speed tuned to be good for what I'm looking at right now. This is a team I don't think I'm going to be able to beat, but I don't know much about this guy, and I kind of want to face him just to see what he's about. So he's attacking. Okay, so he's all attack based. And then he's going to evolve into his super duper form. Oh, that looks quite cool. What's he doing? Attacking. So, ally protect, unkillable. Okay, so I'm seeing lots of red, which means my Xavier is just kind of hitting equal, but I can use a Magnar here. And he is going to smash these reds, but he's going to be weak against the blue. I might lose this one. I don't know how good this guy is. I kind of want to fight this team just to see what this guy's about. I've only been able to fight one mythical guy so far, and I'm very jealous of anyone that has mythical champions. Very jealous. So, UDK can be a bit of a problem. So, am I going to be lucky and strip it? No. Okay. That's not good. I didn't want Rector Draft doing that. But we can try and see what we can do. Absolutely smack her up. Now this guy's going to get a go. Okay, but block buffs. I could have done with Valkyrie in this a little bit easier. So, right, he's just not worried. I've got my revive. So we're going to pick him back up. PC. Do some healing. The buffs. I need him to take us very much. Okay, that should be okay. What do I do here then? So I don't know. That's probably. Let's try and reduce. Okay, it's up for now. So I've got. It's not good. This one. Yeah. Okay. So I had a feeling he was gonna smack me up, but I want to go in again because I'm gonna beat that team. Rector Draft. What can I do here instead then? I could use an Ultimate Death Knight to kind of counter that, but Wukong's kind of going to get through that. See, I would use a Valkyrie, but Where is Valkyrie? There she is. Let's try this. I basically want to try and block some revives because I need to get Wukong down and block his revive so he stops hitting all my. So we do you. He's gonna slap up. It's perfect. All right. I'm gonna block revives on them two. That's massive. We're not worried. Oh, easy. Mod that. The block D makes stuff like that a bit. It's fine. I hate Stonekin. Such a pain in the arse. Oh, did we reach a turn then? No, we didn't. Thing. But it does not matter. The Siphi now isn't going to proc his passive, so that made it a little bit easier. If it wasn't that annoying, I need to build my Wukong, and we get rid of you. Easy peasy. So what have we got there? Look at all that. I like Valkyrie. Valkyrie's super good. Tell this guy, do you want to trade? I've got something I can trade you. Because I'm never going to get a chance to use it. Look at that. Do you want a 1-star mythical? I'll trade you for that sick Charizard card, bro. Right, so a lot of the times, like that team, I'm nowhere near going to outspeed that. He's got a better defense aura, and he's got a champion that's got intimidating presence, so his aura is going to be better than mine anyway. No, thank you. Not touching that. This team, I probably could beat this team, but again, it all depends on the aura. His Mountain King's going to hit really hard. Probably a skip. Again, probably a skip because Heffrak's a pain in the arse and I hate fighting Dutch. She's so annoying. And to be honest, maybe this team. So I'm not worried about the green too much. I can use Magnar. I'm not too worried about Ronda. There's no revivers in this team. This could be relatively... This is where I get absolutely smashed. This should be relatively easy. So one thing I can do actually, before we carry on any further, I just realised now I have blessings and I'm not using them. Because I didn't really know what I was going to do. My Madame is basically always going to be with my Arbiter, so what I can do... Not Madame. Who was I just looking at? Oh, I was looking at Madame, but yeah, it's a legendary blessing in it. Damn. I've been pranked. I could stick that on Siphi. Pretty sure I'm going to have to pay for it, aren't I? Oh no. Yep, let's change that. Intimidating presence. So 2.5%, it's not fantastic, but you know, it does the job. What do I want on you? Give me one that gives me more HP. I don't really know. What do I want? Crushing Rend. Commanding presence. Strengthens your team's aura. Both champions on the same team have intimidating presence. Commanding presence, intimidating presence. What's the difference? I don't know. No one knows, basically. Okay, let's not mess about with blessings now. I was going to have a look and be like, oh, let me use this and be really clever. But no, it's not. Right, so what team will we be looking at? This one. I'm not scared of this one. I think this should be alright. One thing I could do, if I knew my Siphi was going to be really, really high, what do you call it? High resist, I could just stick her in the aura. Right. We'll be okay to... Yeah, we can do all this stuff. It's fine. Let's land some of that decrease. It's fine. And let's drop the bomb. Bang! Easy peasy. He did take absolutely everything, because... It's fine. Doesn't matter. You might... Lol, jokes. Killing anybody. Hope that I can maybe take some. No, okay. Oh, yeah, great. That's fantastic. Oh, everyone's feared. Right, Can you assist in, please? Right. I'm not really bothered about the buff, but I need some attack. Okay. There we go. A bit more. So now I just need to get ready. Stop attacking Xavier, will you? Get a turn, please. Thank you. Nice. There you go. Okay. So yeah, Wukong. That just goes to show that Wukong is a pain in the ass. And I don't think there's anyone else there that I could probably beat this team, but there isn't really anyone in there that kind of scares me. There's no one in there that's stripping. I don't really. What does this guy do? Attacks all enemies decrease. That's not going to matter. Attacks all enemies. Green and green. So green is beaten. So them two are beaten. If I pick Magnar, I'm losing. So either ways, I'm at a bit of an awkward. Nah, it'll be fine. Be fine. I should be alright with this one. Well, the rain has. We should beat the. Here is placing any buff than you. No revivers. This. Poison will kill Lissandra. Nope. Doesn't matter. I'll put you to sleep instead. Game. That's game. Nice. So I would show some different champions, but I don't have any like easy, in quotation marks, teams here that I would like to try against. This guy's got the same idea, although he's using Doomscreech in Europe for some reason. But he's obviously got his. He should have his speed lead there into his turn meter fill, which is obviously Doomscreech, who would then. Madame would strip the buffs, place decreased defense, and then Ninja would come in with, I assume, the freeze ability and freeze me. I can beat this team, but it's just going to be such a pain with her. I hate Duchess. Let's try it. If I need to, I can sleep his Madame with my Siphi. Zero way he outspeeds me. But I'm going to anyway. I'm going to do some decreased deep, and I'm going to try to stop you revolt. Okay, well. Ninja might kill us. Oh, never mind. He's using the wrong ability. And your provoke deals some of your buffs. That's not what I want. Drive him. That's good. Doesn't matter. Block debuffs. Nobody here can shoot buffs away from. Doesn't matter. And we can just whittle and that literally, because obviously mismatched for colour. Next strip buffs again. Might even be okay. Siphi for the win. Yeah. That's the one I was talking about. I thought that was business, but obviously not. Let's just get rid of you. Thank you very much. And game, set, match. Why? When you could use. Okay. So Seeker's really, really tanky. And he's asleeping. And he's awake. And game. Nice. There you go. Very nice. Okay. So that is kind of like the rough idea of things I'm looking for. Actually, let me go back to that screen. Nope. He's all over the place. Come on. Thank you. No. Thank you. So if I was going to put together some, let's say I'm going to fight this team, which I'm definitely not because Stultus is a boss. What would I go for? What would I be looking for? So I'd be putting a Seeker in there, 100%. Deacon in the lead. See, this could be completely different. So let's do this. My Wukong isn't built, but he's in the trounce. So let's take him out of there quick. Put him there. So we've got my lead, my buff stripper, he's defense based. It's the only downside. So really depends on what your nuker is and if you have Seeker, because these two basically do the same thing but opposites. He's obviously attack, he's defense. So they do the same job. They're both 30% turn meter fill. And then you want something like Skull Crown as a nuker. I don't think I have just a Kayle sitting here. My Kayle is in my vault. Let's include the Master Bolt. Sure. So let's say I'm using Kayle. I'm using Kayle, so I want a Seeker. Where's he gone? That's what I'd like. Now I've got to find Kayle. My Kayle's pretty... There he is. So it's not maxed. I'm obviously not going to use this team. And then this slot really is up to you what you pick. You could stick a Reviver in there if you've got one. I don't really know who's a relatively accessible Reviver. Anybody, literally anybody. That's kind of like you've got your core 3 there. You've got your buff removals. You've got your attack boost, turn meter boost. You've got your nuker. The only other thing you are missing in this team is decreased defense. So Zargala, that would work. Or I haven't used him yet, but Basher, putting everything's on every skill on cooldown. I did get her in the shard pool earlier, and that's why I'm mentioning it now, because I've just seen her. Tayrel, decreased defense. Or Dagger, decreased defense. So this is a relatively free to play team, as I would say. So what would you want first? So really you'd want your Seeker to go first, so you'd want him to be faster than everybody else. If I was building this team, I'd have my Seeker in all the speed gear that I could get. You know, your double speed rolls, your triple speed rolls, 3 speed sets. That's all he needs. Once he's used his ability, Seeker to me that's it. He could die off, not bothered. The team isn't losing anything. Then you'd have your Wukong blocking the buffs, stripping the buffs if they have buffs, and the increased attack means he could nuke as well. So you'd have your damage dealer. Then you could if you find that your Wukong is doing ridiculous damage, you could then boost your Dagger after Seeker into Wukong. So you've got your increased attack, your decreased defense, your nuker, and then that would mean Kayle, you could take anybody else in. But in a team like this, you'd have Seeker boosting Dagger, boosting Wukong, boosting Kayle. Kayle would just be there to clean up. You know what I'm saying? So, but you know, if you didn't want to use decreased defense, you could stick a Reviver in there. I mean, that's obviously I'm not going to show all legendaries. Seal of the Drakes, free to play. I don't know how many people got Ninja or not. Vizix for the Ally Protect. So if you see, okay, my Wukong's doing some damage, I don't want to use Kayle, I want someone else in there to tank. Vizix with the Ally Protect could work. You could use a Skull Crusher for the counter attack. I don't know if I have a Skull Crusher on my main account. I do, he's there. So I could do that instead. So that would mean that, say the Trunda would come in, she doesn't kill everybody, then all I counter attack and kill her. Obviously that wouldn't work in a team like this, because Stoutus would then finish me off. Sepulchre Sentinel, however you say her name. She's really good. Is her name Galicia? I think it is. I can't remember what you do. Do you do... Oh, you do block debuffs. You could use her. Honestly, this is like... If I was going to say, this would be my core 3. And then I've got my decreased defense up here. If you don't have Dagger, use War Maiden. It does the same thing. I like Dagger more. I don't like War Maiden. But that's like your option slot. We say that in all the Warframe build guides that we do back in the day. Option slots. You can do with that what you want. If you want another damage dealer, use a damage dealer. If you find that your team is dying, then you want a Reviver. Or you want someone who places shields. Or, you know, you could use a Tree Shield. He does some things. Frankie Tanky, if you wanted to. The Ally Protect and the Fear and the Shield. Anybody you want, stick in that spot. That's your option. That's what I'd be looking for. But yeah, I don't know. Let me know if that would help. Obviously, I'm by no means an expert. I know little bits about the game and that's it. I am currently farming my team, and then this would just be what I'm looking for in my in the teams. Let me just press that. If you guys want another video of me talking about the champions and the builds and stuff like that, I'll be happy to show you. I like doing raids. I like watching raid videos. So if you'd like to see a 20-30 minute raid video of me talking about what I'll be using and where I'm using it, let me know down below. I do enjoy raiding when I'm facing teams I can beat. When I scroll down and I see teams like that with Duchesses and Marichkas in it, it makes me want to self-harm. So each to their own. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. If you have enjoyed that, please leave a like down below, subscribe, comment, let me know if there's anything you want me to show you. Anything. I'll do any. Oh, I'm not a whale, I'm not a kraken, but I can get most things done. If there's anything you'd like to see, let me know down below. And yeah, it has been your boy. I hope you've enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one.